Today on the dyno we have the godfather to the Ford Barra. This is the 250 Crossflow that revs to all of 4,500 RPM. The number one question in the comments section is going to be this: do these door handles work? A lot of young guys watching this probably don't even know what this engine is. There's no camshafts on top, is there?
No, just a good old tractor motor that revved to 4,500 RPM as standard.
The guys at Tunnel Vision here just had it on the dyno, and I heard it was spinning to 6,300 RPM, is that right?
Sounded good.
It sounded pretty good, but yeah, we're out of fuel.
Another pump, and I guess there we go.
Pretty good power. So it's just come off the dyno at like what? It made about 370 kilowatts.
Yeah,
on
about 370.
14 psi.
Yeah, I think 14.
Look, you don't build this thing to make power, do you?
Not really, because it's an all-rounder, and because it's the ESP, it made me go this way. Don't cut anything and keep the originality going.
Looks very nice in all blue. But this is an ESP or a Fairmont Ghia?
Fairmont Ghia ESP.
Oh, it is an ESP.
Factory Atlantic Blue, which is an XF colour. If you look at the colour charts, you won't find that in XE.
Okay.
Pretty much back to OE. When I painted it, was all 3 coats of clear.
Oh yeah.
Just done it to OE specs, 2 coats in the bay. Just times change, I guess.
This is the factory colour.
Factory colour, but in dew point, not PPG.
Oh,
so the tone's slightly different. I preferred this one off that PPG colour.
Now, in order to rev Crossflow to 6,000 plus RPM, I mean, normally you'd be gritting your teeth at if you saw 5,000.
I was still gritting my teeth, exactly right.
So for the people who have NFI about this engine, this is a factory Ford engine from this. I mean, it came out in this car, what, 81?
In the XE82, but back
when was it first used?
XD would have been even earlier. Cortinas with cast iron heads, which you do a conversion, 70s.
4.1 litre Crossflow, but there was also a 3.2 or 3.3.
3.3 even in the XEs.
Yeah.
The D-stroke motor.
So they're an overhead valve engine, and this one has an EF crank.
Correct.
It's got an SPS forged piston. It's got an H-beam spool rod, which is essentially the same size as a Barra rod.
Yep.
And an interesting thing I found out tonight, that the Ford engines have got the same sized conrod bearing. Correct. What, 50 odd years?
Yep.
Haven't changed?
Nope. It's all based off this pretty much.
Yep. Yep. So this is basically the great-great-grandfather to the Barra.
Correct. Yeah.
The grandfather to the Barra, isn't it? So
pretty much started it.
It's got Ferreira valves, I think.
Yep.
Yellowterra rockers. Yellowterra rockers. It's got solid lifters. So you had this turbocharged but on straight gas?
Straight gas, correct, yeah.
And it ran like 11?
1140, but once we built this motor, we just didn't have enough tank pressure and it was just leaning out, and it couldn't go anymore really. The
quality of gas in Australia is not what it was though.
No, not at all.
No.
And the cranking cold start, you're not going to miss that at all. The drivability was good for what it was.
Yeah, it was. You know, it had its place for a certain time.
Yeah, for that type of power, your 300 kilowatts, it was perfect, but...
People forget how easy it is now with ethanol and stuff. LPG was pretty good back in its day.
Back then it was good.
But the long and the short, you've basically thrown everything else out and you've just kept the long engine. But this is a low comp engine, isn't it? Because it was built a while ago?
Yeah, about 8.8 I think it was. Probably about 3-4 years ago I think it was built, but probably done 5,000 Ks, never ran it with this long as, you know, the fuel system for it. And this is you've got a pretty big, well, they're a big turbo, but geez, they work well on a 6-cylinder. Well, supposedly, yeah, it comes on quick.
G42.
And it looks good.
What I like about the Obey though, you've got the beautiful Tunnel Vision manifold, and this is like a one-off, isn't it?
One-off, yes.
You can't even buy this, can you?
I had to bust them to get them to do it, but look at it. You can't beat that. That's the problem with these motors, there's no bolt-on stuff for it.
Nothing.
Even the exhaust manifold, try to find a bolt-on turbo manifold, good luck. It's all custom, but the outcome's phenomenal.
I love the fact, I really like the fact you've kept the original engine in it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going back to their roots now and The problem with engine conversions, they've all got done to death. Barras, LSs.
You go to the drags.
But look, I get why people do it. It's effective.
Bang for buck. You're not going to get freaking, 800 kilowatts, real kilowatts out of this motor. If you're chasing the numbers, it's not the motor to go, but it's going to have a lot of character. It's different. Is
there anything else you're going to do to it? Is it you're finally finished?
I think it's really about it after this. Everything else has been done. I don't know how long the auto is going to hold, because when I built the auto, I was only building for the LPG, and then obviously we ran out. So I reckon the autos, that's fresh.
C series or?
Yeah, C4. Probably got a turbo 400 after this, I think. But I think it's on its max. So I don't know, a couple of trans brake launches. It's might not want to hold. Like I said, it's fresh. It shifts good, but I'm going to overpower it. But then just maintain it. It's high maintenance. The car was done 15 years, probably done 10,000 Ks, but you've done sway bar rubbers and ball joint boots again. Nothing really lasts, so you're forever building the thing,
Yeah, I know. You're going to enjoy it, don't you?
Pretty much, I think, at the end.
Because Jason's done it. I'm assuming it's got a Haltech system in it?
Yeah, Haltech, yeah. 2500, I think you put in it. Still all new to me. Still haven't even driven it, so...
Oh, you haven't driven it?
I haven't driven it yet, no. Oh. I literally come out from his garage today, put fuel in it, straight in the dyno, so I haven't even been in it since this setup, so...
Oh, so you didn't even bring it, you brought it in with all the
old
LPG
setup, the old turbo, the LPG, I drove it in and he ended up pulling off, because we were only going to start with the hot side.
Oh.
And then I sort of conned him into it, and he agreed to do the intake, and come a bit more than expected.
He told me off camera that he's never doing this job for anyone ever again. It's not the sort of engine you probably want to lean on too much, is it?
No, but I want to see my 400.
Yeah.
I've gone this far now, at least want, the 420. Any more than that, I'm asking for trouble, because what type of motor it is.
Yeah, and you were saying off camera earlier you'd love to run a
990 I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning to just do a 1070, 1080 with the LPG, but the way it was leaning out, I wasn't even going to race it. So if I'm going to go to E85, well, might as well get that little bit more. So I'd like to see that 990 considering, I know it's possible, but there are any numbers at the end of the day. A 990, 10.1, it's still going to feel quick.
Yeah, I know.
For a street car, it's still going to be quick.
Well done, because you've got yourself a very nice street car.
Very happy with it.
Do these door handles work? We haven't checked the back ones.